So how you get thrown into the game a little bit in Hamilton, playing in a different position. How do you think you've adjusted to the new responsibility placed on you, and not plan injuries kind of put that on you?
Just preparation, kind of getting settled in has helped me. A lot of the older guys have been very good at kind of showing me the ropes. So, it's been an adjustment, but they've made it easier for sure.
You get the benefit now of additional playing time. You guys are in a comfortable position after clinching the division. Obviously, still a lot of games left to play in the season. So how do you guys balance the rest and knowing you're going to be getting more reps now than maybe you were expecting?
Yeah, it's just another opportunity to work our craft, get better. We know that our end goal, and it stays the same. Just get 1-0 every week.
Are you playing yet, or are you still thinking first and then playing? You know what I mean? Like full speed?
Yeah. Definitely kind of get used to that. Kind of think and then play, because you kind of have a.
What's the toughest thing right now for you to try and, just I got to go out and just play, but I'm still thinking about this?
Kind of finding that perfect balance, I guess. Just kind of think but play. We've played it our whole life, so.
Colorado School of Mines hasn't produced a lot of pro players. How big is this news back home?
It's big. It's cool. They're all supportive and everything, so it's cool.
Well, you're dealing with a very veteran defense. You're coming in as someone who doesn't have a lot of experience. How do you kind of, work your way into just the room in general, and as the young guy? And I'm sure there's a little teasing going on. Guys are getting on you. How do you kind of, fight through that as a young guy?
Just come to work every day. They're open to me, so they receive me well, and they want to see me succeed, which is a big part of it.
Is there someone you felt that's really they've taken you under their wing?
Absolutely, yeah. They've held me along for sure. Like Amos, Rob, Tea Time, all those dudes.
How does it mean? We see Deshaun at practice. He's trying his best to get around practice, even with the injury. How does it feel to know that has a presence still, even though he's not able to play?
That's a compliment to his leadership skills, and he's there every day helping, and he's basically a third coach.
So Tommy, if I told you back in training camp that you would lead the team in receiving yards in a game, what would you say to that?
I wouldn't be too surprised. It's just a testament to hard work and staying locked in, focused. It's my third year now, so I feel like I'm much more comfortable in the offense, that sort of thing, knowing where to be, and learned a lot from the other veteran receivers and guys around me.
Ryan really lauded your work ethic and overcoming the injury to get to the point of where you're at. How does it feel like satisfying knowing that the work you're putting in has put you in this position to take advantage of opportunity now that with guys out with injuries?
For sure, and that's just like what you're expected to do as a depth player. If you're not a starter, then you're still expected to do your job, and that's be in the film room, work out, keep your body right, keep your mental right, and just staying locked in, and when your time is called, be ready to make those plays.
How do you feel the mentality of the team is? Do you feel like there's been a shift since you guys have clinched first in the East, and knowing that you guys will have that home playoff date, or do you feel like the focus has remained the same?
Focus remains the same. We're just trying to win another football game, not look too far forward or look behind us, just one day at a time, and focus on whoever we have in front of us.
What do you see from Hamilton's defense that makes them such a challenging defense? They just pull off an upset win over Winnipeg. They're riding high, they got a lot to play for still. A few weeks ago maybe it was a different story for them. What makes them such a tough team to go up against?
They're just, like you said, they just play hard. They're a physical team, and they've got a lot to play for. So definitely not going in there lightly, just approaching them as we would any other team, and focusing on what we can control, and hopefully come out with a win.
How's your relationship been like with Chad? Last year you guys probably did some time together in practice, Mac being the starter. How do you feel like your relationship's developed, especially now that you both are playing such a prominent part in the offense now?
It's definitely developed, and like you said, last year when he was here, we're both running on the scout team, so it kind of started from there. We both stayed in Toronto in the off season, got some good work in, and it's kind of just continued from there. And he's a great leader on the field, and he expects a lot out of us, and is someone you want to play hard for.
You had a couple of freakish injuries in the last couple of years. It was like a normal football thing. How do you get through that mentally, both times?
Just trying not to like dwell on it too much, or think about all the different possibilities. Just take it one day at a time, and just getting little wins every day is what will help you, or what helped me kind of just stay locked in and be mentally sharp and ready when I came back healthy.
You're from Guelph. You played college ball in Hamilton. When the schedule comes out, do you circle the Hamilton games first?
Definitely the Labor Day game is always one that's a special one, because just of all my friends from McMaster are out at that game, lots of family nearby, so it's always fun playing in Hamilton, where it's kind of a familiar environment.
All year long, you've had the 1-0 mentality, laser focused to get that week. Now you've also know where you're going to finish, and you've got to kind of figure out how to rest bodies. Have you figured out a plan yet?
Yeah, we got a plan. We got, certain guys might rest one week and certain guys might rest the other, right? So we got a plan. Got a plan for Chad too. We want to keep, growing with him. If he's playing, our starting line is going to be playing. But yeah, certain guys we're going to have to take care of towards the end.
How difficult is that as a coach?
Well, I mean, it's there's going to be some challenges as far as making sure guys stay focused. But the guys been preaching the same things. You can hear them talking about it. So guys understand we want to go 1-0 this week. We always want to win every game. That's just your competitive nature. So we just got to make sure we do the things throughout the week to prepare us on game days and make sure we go out there and be successful.
Earlier this season, it probably would have been a very tough order for Hamilton to beat both Winnipeg and BC. They've done that recently. How have they changed defensively?
Defensively, there's same scheme. They changed up some things. They simplified some different things. They're a good team. It's just they dealt with a lot of injuries. They still got a lot of guys that are injured. They're doing a lot with guys that they didn't have penciled in the starters to start the season. They've done a good job. They've been resilient. They've done it the last few years.
How easy has it been to afford some players rest when you got someone like Tommy stepping up and leading your team in receiving yards in a game? Probably not how you expected it, but it's kind of a good blessing in a way.
Yeah, no doubt. We feel like we got good depth, and fortunately Tommy had the injury earlier, had a great camp, and he's been growing, and we feel like he can play all five, and that's a great thing. And he played at R last week. He showed some physicality, did some stuff around the box. So I thought he showed a lot of growth.
How do you think Pierce has stepped in, for Robertson the last few weeks? I know he was kind of thrown into the fire a little bit in Hamilton, and now do you feel like he's getting himself acclimated a little bit more? Yeah,
no doubt. And, he hasn't always been a boundary halfback, right? We had him at the corners, and for him to go fill in a boundary halfback, really grow. He made a lot of big plays for us, last game, and, continues to grow. And, we feel like he's a good player. And, I think Hamilton tried to, attack him a little bit our last game, so I think they'll probably take that same approach, and I think he's up for the challenge.
Obviously, with Hamilton, they got a lot to play for, so this will be still a competitive game for you guys. But, you got Winnipeg also coming up in a few weeks. How do you balance how much you show them, but also, maybe want to see how you stack up against them as well?
Yeah, we'll see. I take each game at a time, so we're not even looking forward to Winnipeg. We understand it's a 6-day week, so it's going to be short turnaround as far as getting, preparation. We might show some different things that we want people to see, and we might hide some things that we feel good at, or we got some schemes we want to continue to build and get better at. So we're going to take the same approach as we've been. More importantly right now, it's more to get our guys some rest.
How are you guys looking injury-wise? Anybody that you're ruling out for this week that you were kind of debating?
No, we'll see. I think everybody can play. There's just some guys that I got to make a decision on as far as how they feel now. And most of the guys want to play. We rotated guys around and put them all in different positions this week, and we're kind of taking almost a training camp approach where we're getting everybody reps moving forward. Equal reps, so guys are developing at the same time.